There is one important concept that you have to understand when you consider real estate investment versus any other investment, and that concept is leverage. The idea behind leverage is that you put a certain amount of money in, but you're buying something that's worth a lot more. And that when you take that money out, when you sell this investment, you could end up with a lot more money in the end. So let's take a simple example. I bought a condo in Montreal. I'll use slightly different numbers, but it was the same kind of situation that happened to me. I bought a condo for, let's say, $100,000. And then 3 years down the line, I sold it for $150,000. You're thinking, wow, that was great. That was a great investment. You've made 50% on this investment over this time period. Well, there's a lot of things that were great about this investment. One, my rent would have been the exact same price or actually more expensive than this. So all of those things considering, it didn't make it more pricey for me to buy this condo. And I did make 50% gain on it, but in reality, I made a lot more than 50%. And you could understand this by understanding leverage. So imagine in this situation, you bought this $100,000 condo with 20% down payment. So you put $20,000 in, and then in 3 years' time, you sell this condo, and not getting into the details of how much you've put in and put down capital. Let's just say that you owe the same amount to the bank, which is that same $80,000. Well, you sold this condo for $150,000. So you pay off the bank that $80,000, and now you have $70,000 remaining. So your investment of $20,000 became $70,000 within 3 years. So we're not talking about 100 to 150, which is a 50% gain. We're talking about 20,000 to 70,000, which is 3.5 times the amount of money that you had initially. You can't do that with normal investment unless you borrow money to make those investments, and then it would be quite risky to do so. So housing is very interesting in that point of view because you have a lot of leverage. Well, the thing with leverage though is it could work to help you, but it could also work against you. Imagine the other thing would have happened, that it started at 150,000 and it dropped down in value to 100,000 by the time I sold it. And that 150,000, I put 30,000 down, 20% still. So I owed the bank 120,000. 3 years down the road, I want to move. I met someone and I want to move to a different city. And I go to sell my place. I could only sell it for 100,000. Well, I'm kind of stuck. Because for me to sell at 100,000 and I owe the bank 120,000, well, I'll have to take 20,000 out of my pocket or get a line of credit for 20,000 to be able to pay off the bank to be able to make this sale. It's a very bad situation. So leverage works really well when values go up, and it works really badly when values go down. But typically speaking, if you play your cards right and you've studied the market well, hopefully the values have gone up and leverage works with you. But always keep in mind that markets can go down. We've seen them go down in the past, different financial crises, and they can go down again in the future. But if you're confident that's going to go up, it's definitely a plus in the camp of buying a house versus investing on the side because of this leverage. So hopefully this simple example showing how a 50% gain in the value of a house could actually lead to a 3.5 times gain in the value of your investment. A very simplified example will help you understand that leverage could really work out in your favor and can really help you out and make for massive gains, making real estate quite an interesting investment. If you found this video interesting, please consider subscribing or joining my class where I guide you to apply and expand on the information found in these videos to real life examples. Have a good day.